Yes, you read that right. You only need 8 words to ask any question in Italian. Plus, there's a little known trick that turns almost any phrase into a question just like that. So in this video, I'll show you what these 8 words are and reveal the simple trick that both beginner and advanced learners can use today. Pronti? Iniziamo! Now the first question word comes up a lot in sentences like
Chi vuole venire con me al mercato? Chi parla? Chi è quel ragazzo?
Can you spot the question word here? It's key. Think of key as the key that you need to unlock who someone is, because that's what key means. It means who. Now take a look at their translations. Who wants to come with me to the market? Who's speaking? Who is that guy? But what if you want to ask whose, as in whose is it? Well, we just add a 2-letter word like this.
Di chi è questa giacca?
Whose is this jacket?
Di chi sono questi occhiali da sole?
Whose sunglasses are these?
Di chi è la borsa blu?
Who owns the blue bag? To say whose in Italian is di chi, which literally translates to of who. Now, the second question word is used whenever your question is about a place or a location. For example, you might say,
Dove abiti? Dove devo andare? Dov'è la gelateria? Dov'è la stazione centrale?
Can you spot the question word here? Well, just like a dove always finds its way home, dove, which has the same spelling, helps you find where things are. Dove means where in Italian. So the translations for these questions are, where do you live? Where do I have to go? Where is the ice cream shop? Where is the main station? Notice in the last 2 examples, the word looks a little different. When dove is used before a vowel like e, which means is, it contracts for easier pronunciation, just like where is in English becomes where's. But what do you say when you want to ask where someone is from? Well, for that we need to add a preposition in front to get 2 useful phrases. You can say,
Da dove vieni?
where do you come from? Literally, from where you come.
Di dove sei?
Where are you from? Literally, of where are you? Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which includes bonus tips and 4 other ways to ask questions and answer any question in Italian. To get your free copy, just click on the link in the description below this video. Let's move on to the third question word, which is used whenever your question is about a time, a date, or a moment, just like in these examples.
Quando parte l'aereo? Quando è il tuo compleanno? Quando inizia lo spettacolo?
Can you spot it? To remember this question word, just sing the famous Italian song that says this word 3 times in a row. Dimmi quando, 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 which literally translates to tell me when. That is the answer. Quando in Italian means when. But if you don't know this song, just remember that quando kind of sounds like saying when do in English. When do you do something? Quando. Now for this word, make sure you clearly pronounce the letter D. If you don't, you might confuse Italians because they might think that you've said something completely different, a different question word, which we'll learn later on in this video. For now, take a look at the translations for these examples. When does the plane leave? When is your birthday? When does the show start? Now the next question word has 3 forms, but they aren't always interchangeable. We use them whenever your question is about a thing, an action, or a situation. Take a look at this example.
Cosa vuoi?
This means what do you want? And it's the most commonly used Italian question word to say what, which is cosa. Now every time you ask what you really want to know is the cause of something. Use the English word cause as your memory hook. Cause, cosa, what? What is the cause? But here's where it gets a little bit more interesting. There are two other ways to say what in Italian, and knowing which one to use depends on context and where you are in Italy. First, we have cosa, which, as I said, is the most common everyday version that you will hear. And then we have che, which is shorter, more casual, and you'll hear this a lot in spoken Italian in southern Italy. And then finally we have the two together, che cosa. This is the full form, and it's very natural that you'll hear this in conversation. Now, cosa literally means thing in Italian. So when you ask che cosa, what you're literally asking is what thing. Take a look at these example sentences.
Che cosa c'è per colazione?
What is there for breakfast?
Cos'è successo?
What happened?
Cosa posso fare per lei?
What can I do for you?
Che ti ha detto?
What did he tell you?
Che fai?
What are you doing? Attenzione! For the most part, these three variations are interchangeable, but there's one situation to watch out for. When a noun comes right after your question, you must use che, not cosa. Take a look at these examples where the noun is highlighted. You must say,
Che ore sono?
what time is it? Not,
Cosa ore sono?
and to say, what day is today? You must say,
Che giorno è oggi?
not,
Cosa giorno è oggi?
and to say, what work do? You should say,
Che lavoro fai?
not.
Cosa lavoro fai?
Now, just like dove merged with e to become dove, the same thing happens here. When cosa is used before any word starting with a vowel or with the letter H, which is silent in Italian, they merge with an apostrophe and we say,
Cos'è questo?
what's this?
Che cosa hai detto?
What did you say?
Cos'era quel rumore?
What was that noise? The next Italian question word is used a lot, especially when you greet someone, just like in these examples.
Come stai? Come ti chiami? Come si arriva al museo egizio?
Can you spot the word? It's come. Think of come like you're asking how did it come to be? Same spelling, just different pronunciation. The translations for these questions are, how are you? What's your name? Literally, how do you call yourself? How do you get to the Egyptian museum? And just like before, when come meets e or any vowel or the letter H, they merge to become come, just like in these examples.
Com'è andata la festa ieri?
How did the party go yesterday?
Com'è il tempo oggi?
How was the weather today? Here's a bonus tip. In Italian, when you didn't quite hear someone and you want to say pardon or what was that, you don't say cosa. This would be too abrupt and rude. Instead, you use come. Take a look at this example.
Il treno è in ritardo di 10 minuti.
The train is 10 minutes late.
Come? Non ho capito.
Pardon? I didn't catch that. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which includes bonus tips and 4 other ways that you can ask questions in Italian and how to answer any question. To get your free copy, just click on the link in the description below this video. Now, the next interrogative word in Italian is used whenever you want to know the reason behind something. Take a look at these examples and see if you can spot the word.
Perché i musei sono chiusi il lunedì? Perché sei in Italia?
Well, the question word is perché. Perché literally means for what, which is like asking for what reason or why. But here's the interesting part. Perché is also used to answer the question. But before we look at that, take a look at the translations for these examples. Why are museums closed on Mondays? Why are you in Italy? Now, as I mentioned, perché is also used to answer a question. Take a look at these examples.
Perché piangi?
Why are you crying?
Piango perché sono felice.
I'm crying because I'm happy. Now here in the answer, perché means because. So how do you tell the difference if it means why or because? Well, context and intonation will give you the answer. A question always rises at the end, but an answer doesn't. Now the next Italian question word is used when choosing more than one option. Take a look at these examples and see if you can spot it.
Qual è il tuo colore preferito? Quale autobus va alla stazione? Quali sono i tuoi passatempi?
Can you spot the question word? To ask which or which ones in Italian is quale, which sounds like qualify in English, because when something qualifies, it means it's the one you've chosen from all the others. Now, the interesting thing about quale is that it comes in different forms. We'll look at that in a moment, but for now, take a look at the translations of those examples that we just saw. What's your favorite color? Literally, which one is your favorite color? Which bus goes to the station? What are your hobbies? Literally, which ones are your hobbies? Now, so far, all the question words we've seen don't change form. That is, they are always spelled the same, no matter what. But quale changes. Quale, with an E at the end, means which one in the singular. Quali means which ones for the plural. Qual, with no I or E at the ending, means which, and it's used when the next word starts with a vowel. That final E simply drops off. Attenzione! Here's where Italian and English part ways. Sometimes Italian uses quale where English uses what. Take a look at these examples.
Cos'è?
What is it?
È un libro.
It's a book. This is used to describe something. But if you say,
Qual è il tuo libro preferito?
what's your favorite book?
Orgoglio e pregiudizio.
Here we are selecting from all the possible books. Cosa is used to describe something. Quale names or selects something more specific. Remember that it qualifies it. It qualifies it. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which includes bonus tips and 4 other ways to ask questions in Italian and how to answer any question as well. To get your free copy, just click on the link in the description below this video. Now, this next Italian question word is used whenever you want to know about a price, an amount, a quantity, or a length of time. Take a look at these examples and see if you can spot it.
Quanta pasta hai mangiato? Quante persone visitano il Colosseo ogni giorno? Quanti giorni vi fermate a Napoli? Quanto tempo ci vuole per arrivare a Venezia?
Did you spot it? The Italian question word for how much and how many is quanto. Now, a great way to remember this word is to remember that quanto sounds like quantity in English. And that's exactly what you're asking, a quantity of something, how much and how many. And just like quale, quanto changes depending on the noun it refers to, and it comes in 4 forms. But before we look at those, take a look at the translations for those examples. How much pasta did you eat? How many people visit the Colosseum every day? How many days are you staying in Naples? How much time does it take to get to Venice? Now, as I mentioned earlier, quanto comes in 4 forms, which are
Quanto?
this is used with masculine singular nouns.
Quanta?
This is used with feminine singular nouns.
Quanti?
This is used with masculine plural nouns.
Quante?
And this is used with feminine plural nouns. Now here's the good news. When quanto is followed by a verb instead of a noun, like when asking a price, you always just use quanto and you never need to change it. Take a look at these examples.
Quanto costa?
How much does it cost?
Quant'è?
How much is it? Now earlier I mentioned that the pronunciation of quando is important because if you don't pronounce that D, you could say this word, quanto. Quando for when and quanto for how much. Okay, here's a bonus trick. I'm going to show you one little trick that you can use to turn any Italian sentence into a question like that. Now, what do you do when you just want to ask a simple yes or no question? Now, for this, we don't need to use another question word or to learn another rule, and here's why. Now, think about when you would say in English, "You're coming tonight." This is a statement, right? Now, without changing a word, you can easily make it a question just by raising your tone at the end. You're coming tonight? Italian works exactly the same way. Take this statement as an example.
Maria vive in Germania.
Maria lives in Germany. Now let's say it again, but raise our intonation at the end and say,
Maria vive in Germania?
Now in English we need to say does, but in Italian it doesn't change. But it means, does Maria live in Germany? And you've got a question. Now you don't always need a question word to ask a question in Italian. When writing, just add a question mark to your statement. When speaking, let your intonation rise at the end. The rising pitch is the signal, and Italians will hear it immediately. Now, even though you now know these 8 Italian question words, plus the little-known intonation trick I just shared, none of this really matters if you keep wasting your time learning Italian verbs and vocabulary that you'll never actually use. So make sure you watch this video here where I reveal exactly what you should focus on to learn Italian so fast that it feels like cheating.